Yes.
Yes, today's topic of discussion is society, culture, and education. How are these three integrated, and what do you mean by this? What do you mean by the right way of education, and how is society and culture? How are they integrated with education?
So first, education leads to cultural growth,
Yes,
and then it forms a beautiful society.
very good.
So these all three interconnect with each other. Now we will go towards the education system. The education system, the standardized tests are an accurate measure of a student's intelligence and its growth in their academic performance.
Very good.
Cultural, society, and education forms an interconnected
Yes, they are all
Yes.
interconnected.
threads where each of them continuously shapes and sustains others, each other.
Yes, culture sustains education, education sustains culture,
Culture.
and in the similar manner, that one, education
Sustains society.
sustains society, because there cannot be a civilized society without education. So all three are incorporated with one another. Am I right?
Yes.
Integrated with one another. Acha, what is the role of education in building a good society?
Education role in building a good society is that if we get a proper education, or if the students or if the students get a guidance in a proper way, then it will form a beautiful society.
Because people actually today the children are tomorrow's citizens. So if we are not educating them, not giving them values, naturally the society that is going to form will not be high as expected. Further about how these three go one by one, or how these three go together. Tell how these three go together.
Education, as I told earlier, education leads to a cultural growth.
Yes.
If a student gets an education properly, he will grow his cultural habits, or his cultural growth will increase.
Very good.
Because he will interact with his classmates, friends, so his cultural growth will develop.
Yes, yes.
If his cultural growth develops, then it will form a beautiful society.
Very good.
So if this group of students forms a cultural group, then they can form a beautiful society.
Yes.
So that if a student comes from a north, if a student comes from a south,
Yes.
the mind of north and south students interact with each other, and
Yes.
they form a beautiful society.
And there is a diversity in culture. Actually, the culture of north and south, they get transmitted with one another. Am I right?
Yes.
Some of the people living in north, they inherit the culture of north. The people living in south, from the north, they inherit the south culture. So there is an exchange of transmission of culture, and this builds up a good society. So cultural growth is very essential for a healthy society. Am I right?
Yes.
Acha, how do you think society these days are having influence of modern culture? Modern culture in the sense that now people are changing the way. Earlier they were traditional. Am I right?
Yes.
Now they are modern. Everywhere you will find that people in urban, semi-urban areas, they have started following the style of the modern people. Particularly their dresses are now modern. Their speech communication is also modern. Am I right? They are getting English medium education. They are also getting influenced by urban living. Am I right? Most of the people living in the root cultural societies, they are transferring or migrating to urban areas. They get mixed up with the urban culture. Am I right?
Yes.
So how do you think it is going to influence the future generation?
Sir,
Yes. Future generation, the coming generation will definitely be more high tech, am I right? More cultured and more advanced. You see, what what our forefathers used to say, now it is not valid, am I right? They used to say that we should always go by the tradition. Now you have to have tradition along with modern culture, am I right? Tradition is not bad. We must believe in religious faith. We must value our old and aged people. But how can we really progress without adopting modern culture? It is not possible. So how do you think, how do you perceive these three things together? I mean, culture, education and society.
Adopting modern culture is because of the cultural growth
Yes.
in the urban places and in the rural places.
Yes.
Nowadays, many people learn from internet, or they can see, or they can learn from many places,
Yes.
and they are adopting the modern culture in their lifestyle,
Very good.
day-to-day lifestyle, so that they can improve their lifestyle.
Yes, yes.
They can also give their children a better lifestyle,
Yes.
as in previous our forefathers times. The
Yes.
children do not get modern facilities, or they are not like
Yes, there were
modern-
not so much high-tech schools. Their educational background was just traditional. Am I right? But you see, even the children were not being given nutrition and health. Am I right? But now the society is getting aware of health and hygiene. Health and
Hygiene.
so education has become a media of enriching and upgrading the health and improving the lifestyle of the people. Am I right? Earlier, the people were, whenever they were sick, they went to Ojha and other people. Am I right? But now there is a medical center, there is a medical, clinic in every small place where the people can consult doctor and they can decide. So education has made them aware of mental well-being. Am I right? Physical well-being. Earlier, they were not aware. They just believe that there are, by doing some kind of rituals, people will be okay. But it is not possible now. Am I right? Most of the diseases now are very complex. They cannot be diagnosed unless and until you consult a very good doctor. Am I right? But gradually, the rural area is also getting aware. Am I right? Okay. Last paragraph you tell. Why? How do these three can build up a very good society?
societal progress and transformation.
Yes.
Education does not preserve the past, preserve its engine from the society chain by promoting critical thinking. It helps societies involved adapt to the modern relates and challenges outdated tradition inequalities.
See, how is now the modern education is aimed at bringing change in the way of interaction. Am I right? Earlier we didn't have the technology. Am I right? But now even a rural child is aware of internet, cyber education, and online education. So through online teaching and online learning, even the village is getting an access to education. Am I right? Good education. So now education is not confined to urban areas. Do you believe it or not?
Yes.
It is now spread out everywhere. So we can say that the cultural growth and the societal growth both are dependent on education. Am I right?
Yes.
And that is the reason why now the people now rely more on high-tech education. High-tech, and that is the reason why even a middle class person wants that his child should be educated in a very good institution. Am I right? Now, as an engineering student, how do you see that the technical education is now integrating culture? Because now in colleges also, technical colleges also, there are programs like College Foundation Day. Am I right? There are programs like FET. Am I right? So in FET, different cultures are presented. Am I right? Suppose you are living in Devghar. Now there is a culture of Devghar also. Am I right? Then Jharkhand is known for a very ancient culture, the Adivasi culture. So we are also trying to bring out the best of our ancient culture in education. Like forest. Forests are our lifeline. Am I right? So what we are doing in Jharkhand, particularly when we get time, actually we are making a research how these forests and greenery, have conserved the minerals. Because has there been no forest, the minerals would not have been in Jharkhand. Am I right? Jharkhand is very rich in minerals. So preserving forest through technological development, that how we can really make this greenery. As you know, the biodiversity of the earth is now very much important. We are using the biodiversity. Am I right? Am I right? Environmental preservation and conserving the nature through technology, conserving the greenery through technology. Am I right? So all this because there are enough greenery in Jharkhand. Do you believe it or not?
Yes.
And that is the lifeline of the people of Jharkhand. So how do you see that if the population is educated, if this rural population of Jharkhand is educated, it will definitely build up a very good culture and a very good society. Very good
Society.
because they worship the trees. Am I right?
Yes.
It's a very good thing. That way they preserve the forest. If they are worshipping trees, that means they are going to preserve forest. And so we should also learn from the culmination of old culture and new
New
culture.
cultures.
So how will you conclude this thing now? Tell me. Now you conclude this. Culture, society and education.
If any society
Mhm.
if any society gives an education properly,
Mhm.
then it will automatically build a cultural growth.
Yes.
And then if a cultural growth is also there,
Mhm.
then it will form a beautiful society, as I said earlier.
Yes.
So if in Jharkhand, if we see the people are worshipping the trees.
Yes, they are very much conscious of their in greenery and forest. They have festivals on the, particularly on trees, preservation. So that way you can say that Jharkhand is also having a very good culture
Culture, yes.
of preserving the greenery.
Greenery.
So other states can also learn
Learn from
that how these innocent people, preserve the greenery and forest. However, forest is also their livelihood. They earn a lot of, see, not only the trees help in conserving forest and ecological balance, but also they give a lot of things, lot of medicines. In Assam, there are medicinal plants.
Medicinal plants.
So all these plants are used for medicine. Many of the Ayurvedic medicines come from plants. Ramdev Ji Maharaj has also having some, Ayurvedic medicine with the help of the forest. So forests are the rich cultural growth. Am I right? Thank you very much.